I bet those college basketball players are living it up. I bet those college football players haven't made up there. These may be some of the thoughts that go through our head whenever we're watching collegiate athletics on TV. But in reality, these student athletes have the same problems of any other college students. Except the only difference is not every college student is being used to make billions of dollars in profit and still graduating with thousands of dollars in student loan debt. So, as I began to research the NCAA's earnings off of collegiate sports, it is clear that student athletes should be paid for their participation in collegiate athletics in their respective sports. So today, I'm going to tell you about the problem of unpaid student athletes in the NCAA's money system and how these problems can be solved. First, the NCAA is making billions of dollars of profit, and these student athletes are still struggling financially while in school and after school. On average, the NCAA makes $11 billion in annual revenue off of NCAA collegiate sports. And that's more than the National Basketball Association and the National Hockey League. This is a major problem considering the product is thousands of unpaid student athletes that are still struggling to make ends meet. And according to the chart provided by Money Nation via the NCAA, shows that the NCAA is making $1 billion off March Madness alone in 2015. This is an extremely large profit for amateur athletics. And not only is the NCAA making billions of dollars in profit, the colleges and universities are profiting off of this too. According to BleacherReport.com, Alabama is making over $33 million a year off their football program in 2015 alone. This shows the clear gap between the profits of colleges compared to the graduates' debt, the average student athlete's debt of $13,000 acquired over the course of 4 years. And another problem is that this new atmosphere they're creating is causing student athletes to leave school earlier and drop out of college without finishing out their degrees in hopes of becoming a professional athlete. This is tarnishing the importance of education, which is why you go to college in the first place. And acclaimed college basketball analyst, Jay Blias, believes that if students were given some type of payment or stipend for their participation in their sport, it would make them stay in school longer because they wouldn't be struggling as much financially. And this is proven by the statement of college football standout, Jadeveon Clowney, who says he would have stayed in school longer if he would receive some type of payment to help him with his financial struggles while on campus. And these accounts show that whenever you're being used for billions of dollars in profit and not receiving a dime in return, it distracts you from your learning experience and makes you want to pursue other things. So when you're struggling about making ends meet and figuring out how you're going to pay for things, you're not going to be worried about a college education. You're going to be worried about how you're going to make your money and figure out how to pay for all of this. So now that I've addressed the problems with NCAA's money system, I'll now address some of the solutions. One way the NCAA can fix this is by offering stipends or payments to these students. And by offering these students payments, it'll allow them to deal with the financial struggles they may encounter while in college. While the NCAA may say this is going to destroy the integrity of the game, it actually does not affect the athletic performance in any way, shape, or form. And plus, these athletes deserve to be paid because they're the product that the NCAA is making billions of dollars off of every year. And another way they can fix this problem is by the universities offering more scholarships for these student athletes. And this is a very achievable goal based off the research done by Mark Edelman on Forbes.com. And this research shows that the millions of dollars in revenue made off of these collegiate sports is not actually put back into the school or the building or the educational aspects of a university. It's actually given to some of the top officials at the school, like top administrators, top coaches, and athletic directors. So instead of giving this money to these already highly paid officials, they could give this money to the student athletes for bringing in the money in the first place. And if there's more scholarship money, they won't have to worry about the struggles they may have as much. So now that you've heard the problem of unpaid student athletes, I hope you now see that it's clear that student athletes should be paid for their participation in collegiate athletics. I hope you now understand that these athletes are being exploited for their talents and receiving nothing in return. So, in conclusion, the students are being treated unfairly and should be paid. This is allowing them to graduate with thousands of dollars in debt while the NCAA is still making billions of dollars in profit. In addition, the NCAA is creating an atmosphere where students are encouraged to leave school and pursue a professional career rather than graduating with a degree and becoming a successful individual with a backup plan in case their professional career doesn't work out. But this problem can be solved by money stipends and scholarships for these students. So I ask you, would you want to be exploited for billions of dollars in revenue every year and receive nothing in return? Probably not. So why should these student athletes be? Thank you.